This is Baron Corbin, the Constable of Monday Night Raw. Don't forget to watch Inside the Ropes YouTube channel, like, share, and subscribe.
Hey everybody, we are back here with the authority in WWE. He is the Constable. He is Baron Corbin. Constable Corbin, I appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you for having me. It's fun to take a little break, take the vest off, you know, let loose a little bit.
Now I hear that my sort of like parody of putting the theme song from The Bill in the UK has gotten to you.
It has. Someone tagged me on Twitter and said, this should be your new theme song, and I heard it. It sounded terrible.
Oh, it's atrocious. But and when I can be bothered editing it in, I do it. But sometimes, you know, you've got stuff on.
Yeah, I've heard the edit. That's someone put it on YouTube.
Yeah, the edit's good. I want to ask you about, you know, for years, you know, your hair was like a thing in wrestling. Where people were talking about it, they're like, what's he going to do with it? And then you just one day walk out rocking the shaved head look. What was the impetus to do it? Because it really is a good look.
Yeah, I love it. I've wanted to do it for like a year. I've been asking for permission to do it for a year, and it just wasn't the time. And then, you know, Vince finally said, "Hey, let's shave your head." And I go, "Done." Like, I couldn't get to the chair fast enough. It was, you know, it was so long, and I was getting tired of dealing with it, and it wasn't for me anymore. And I think that this was a good step for me, and it feels great. I love it.
Was it cool for you though, because as a heel and a bad guy, like you get to like having the hair for so long and people messing with you for it, you were able to just be like, I'm not getting rid of it.
Yeah, I loved it. I mean, anything that irritates people that I'm doing consciously or unconsciously, it's awesome, because I mean, that's my job. My job is to piss as many people off as I possibly can. And that was making people mad. And so it was fun to throw it in their face. And, you know, someone would say, oh, your hair looks terrible. No, I think it looks great. So does your girlfriend. So, like, it's fun to do that kind of stuff. But I was tired of dealing with it. I mean, it was the end for me. I was, you know, if you don't have long hair, you don't understand, like, sleeping with it and going to the gym and the shower, all those things is a nightmare.
I would not know that.
No, you're good. You're good.
But also, becoming Constable Corbin, it's like a weird thing where it is comedy, but it's not comedy.
Yeah.
Because it's ridiculous to be like, Stephanie's appointed a constable, but you somehow managed to make it work. Talk about when that was pitched to you. How is that pitched to you that you're going to be the Constable of Raw?
Well, I don't think I'd ever heard the term constable before, so I wasn't sure. But, you know, the cool thing is Stephanie is my boss. She appointed me in my position. So essentially, I just take it as I can do whatever I want with no repercussions. I mean, who's going to punish me? Kurt's not going to punish me. Stephanie's definitely not. So I think it just makes me untouchable, and that allows me to have a lot of fun with it. You know, I can go out there and sing a little lullaby to Finn if I want, or you know, cause some mayhem, and I don't have to answer to anybody.
Wrestling in the waistcoat and the trousers and all that, is that how is that?
The jeans are okay because they're like really expensive, nice jeans, but the wrestling in a dress shirt is really hard. It gets hot and sticky and does not move. And I always, like, you know, we do live events, stuff like that. I like to take it off and just throw it at people because it gets soaking wet and sweaty because it's just so hot. But that's not a lot of fun. But, you know, I do it.
You are a master at being a Twitter troll to people. Did you just decide at the beginning, yeah, I'm just going to mess with them?
No, like, sometimes people say things and they either are like, you know, lobbing you a softball and you can hit it out of the park. But if people want to spend their day, like, I just can't fathom how people spend their day being so negative all the time. And that's where Twitter is, a very negative place. So I like to entertain myself. We have a lot of long car rides, a lot of plane rides, and that's usually people's response when I destroy them, is they're like, oh, you know, you must care because you're doing it. No, I'm bored sitting in an airport because I'm delayed for 2 hours. Like, it entertains me to wreck your world. So it just became fun to me, and then I found out I was pretty good at it, so I stuck to it.
And is it cool for you to get to, not that you don't love wrestling, but you get to kind of not always have to wrestle, and then you get to do the character stuff as well, because WWE especially is so character driven.
It is. I feel like it's just really good for me in general because, you know, I go out there and I do, you know, get into brawls and whatnot, but I'm a part of the entire show. Raw is 3 hours, and I'm a part of it from beginning to end, and I think that's the most important thing for me. And the really cool thing is doing all of the stuff with Kurt, and you know, we're going out and just being a part of I know I went out there and I was helping Alexa Bliss with her security guards Monday night, getting her to hire there. So I'm a part of the entire show, and that's what's really cool to me.
And I'm guessing as a kind of guy who's grown up, you've been in wrestling for a while now, you've been getting to know it all. A match with Kurt Angle would be a pretty great thing for us to lead to.
I mean, I'm sure that he's going to get sick of me, and eventually, maybe someday it'll come to blows. Because if I was him, I would get tired of a guy breathing down my neck all the time. So. But that would be awesome. I would love to climb in the ring with one of the greatest ever.
And last question, what's been the biggest transition for you being from SmackDown to Raw? Is it a big difference as a performer being on Raw rather than SmackDown?
Yes, there is a difference. The locker room is different. The atmosphere is different. What threw me off the most is having to work on Fridays now, because I go Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and go home Tuesday. So for the longest time, I was doing Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and I would be out there going, oh, it's Saturday, but it was Friday. So that was honestly the biggest transition, was figuring my week out based on the days I was home and versus the days I was on the road. But the 3 hours is a little bit of a transition as well. So it's exciting though. It's fun to have change.
Well, thank you very much, Constable Corbin. We appreciate you.
Thank you.